Welcome everybody, it's me the Junkman. Guess what? We're gonna do another tier list, another ranking. We're gonna rate breakfast cereals, not just any breakfast cereals. We're gonna look at pop culture, ones based on cartoons, TV shows, movies, video games from the 80s. I got about 16 of them. Thought I could find more than that, but I only found about 16 of them. And now, believe me, I searched for over 10 minutes. So we're just gonna rank them, see how I like them. We're gonna base them on how I liked them as a kid in the 80s, or if I never ate them, how I think I would have liked them, or at least would have begged for them. So jump in the comments, let me know what you think about this. Also love to hear what you guys liked or hated when it comes to pop culture type cereal back in the 80s. So let's just pull this up right now. Let's go. There we go. Sometimes I can't decide where to put my little square. I don't want it to get in the way. Okay, we got best, great, good, boring, and god awful. So let's see. Only one will be able to go in the best. That's the rule here when we do the ranking. We'll start with Donkey Kong. I do remember eating Donkey Kong. It wasn't one that I ate all the time. It wasn't something I seeked out, but I guess they didn't have something else. I would get Donkey Kong. I think it was just standard, middle of the road cereal. It was okay, wasn't bad. I don't think they had good prizes. Something that would push me over. Ninja Turtles. I found it. I don't remember actually buying or having Ninja Turtles, but I know a friend of mine that had Ninja Turtles and ate it at his house. I only remember eating it one time, and it was just kind of bland. And to be honest with you, I think it was kind of boring. E.T. cereal. Now I do remember having a couple of E.T. cereal, a couple bowls of it as a kid. Again, it seems, if I remember right, it reminds me of Rice Krispies. Not really Rice Krispies, man. What are those? I can't think what they're called now. They were brown. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that I didn't like them. I didn't care for them too much. I wouldn't say they were god awful. They seemed a little more healthier than I would have liked as a kid. I'm going to put them in boring. I don't think there was any marshmallows in it, so that right there means boring. We've got the Nintendo cereal where you had Super Mario and Zelda. I was a fan of the Mario. I loved Mario growing up. Never got into Zelda. I did like Link, Zelda 2. I did play it, but I never got into Zelda. I couldn't understand it because you were looking down, but you could see his face. It was very confusing to me as a kid. I wouldn't call it great, but I will call it good. I'll remember if it was good. Barbie. Never ate this. Never would admit it if I did eat it. Didn't ever buy it. Wouldn't admit it if I did buy it. It looks horrible. It looks generic. It looks like a money grab. I'm going to put it in god awful. I know you can call me a sexist. Go right ahead. Pac-Man. I like Pac-Man. Pac-Man was really good, and it was a cereal. Had a lot of marshmallows in it. It's always important to have a lot of marshmallows. And I love those hard marshmallows. And I'm going to put it in great. I am. I'm going to put it in great. You heard me. It might be best. I might move it up to best at the end. Garbage Pail Kids. I didn't have this as a kid. Would never admit if I did. If I knew anyone that had this as a kid, I would have got a big old bowl of it, put it all in a bowl, put milk on it, and then dumped it on their head. I'm gonna put it in the god awful category, although I've never had it. But I know the kid. I would have starved for 8 Garbage Pail Kids. Garbage Patch Kids. Garbage Pail Kid would have been a little better. Batman, 1989, barely made it on the list because 1989. And it was one of those, it seemed like just a generic cereal, and they just threw Batman. Even then, I was like, they just threw Batman on this because it was some generic cereal they probably already selling in another box, and they just slapped Batman name on it. So I'm going to put it in the boring section. I hate to because it's Batman. Gremlins, I do remember eating a couple of bowls of this as a kid. I thought it was pretty good. Wasn't nothing great. Again, no marshmallows. For some reason, I want to say it reminded me of oranges, but I'm not really sure why now thinking about it. But, I would add more bowls of it. I'll put it in the good category. Ghostbusters, if I'm right, it has some mushrooms. It was really, I like the Ghostbusters one. Honestly, I didn't even see Ghostbusters until I was an adult. I'm talking like a year or two ago. Now, I seen bits and pieces of it. I knew the storyline, but I never really sat down and watched it. It just wasn't one of those movies that was on my radar as a kid. I don't know why. I know everybody was into it. It just wasn't one of those that played on HBO all the time. And that's mostly how I found a lot of my movies back then. I think I'm going to put it in the, I liked it a lot. I'm going to put it in the great category. Donkey Kong Jr., another one based on video games. I can remember this one at the store. Can't ever had it. Don't look like anything I would ever care for. It looks like it'd be, I don't think it'd be god awful, but I put it in the boring section. Mr. T. Now, Mr. T was a popular cereal. Who didn't have Mr. T? Even Pee Wee Herman had Mr. T. You can't blame him there. It was pretty good for what it was. No marshmallows, but it was pretty tasty. So I'm gonna put it in the good category. Smurfs Berry Crunch. It reminded me of Captain Crunch. The berries of it. I like the berry. The berry was very good in your milk. It turned your milk. Your milk made your milk good. Also, I liked anything that changed your milk, made your milk better than that nasty. Now I used to eat all my cereal with goat milk. I don't know about you guys. No, I didn't. I did have a friend named Grady that I went to school with. Yeah, I had a friend named Grady. He did drink goat milk, fresh goat milk. He had a goat, had a farm, had a goat on it. Ugh, I was always scared to touch anything at his house. One time I saw him eating goat cheese. So this is pretty good. I'm gonna put it in the great category. I'm gonna put it in the next one. Kind of miss it. Strawberry shortcake. I'm not even gonna talk about. Put that shit in the god awful category. Ugh. Again, never had it. G.I. Joe, another one I felt was just generic. I did have this a couple of times. It didn't stand out. It was just like, I'm going to put it in the boring section. Sorry. And last but not least, C3POs. C3POs. I don't want to get in the comments that y'all get all upset if I say something wrong. I don't know why it bugs people so much. It's Star Wars, but I'm gonna put it in the boring section. It was boring. It wasn't any good. Let's be honest. It's close to being in god awful, but I'm just gonna. So let's see. I gotta move something to the best category, and I think I'm gonna put Pac-Man as the best pop culture cereal of the '80s. Now let's put them in order. We got out of the berries. I would put berry before Ghostbuster. Okay, in the good section, I think I would go with Mr. T first. Mr. T first. And then Donkey Kong. And then I think I put Gremlins right there. And boring, I think the first boring one, which means the best of the boring. I might put Batman. Batman wasn't bad. It was just, it just seemed like there was a generic that was already out on the market. So I'll put that. I think I'll put, I put that Ninja Turtles after Batman, I think. Get out of here, I put it wrong. Okay, then. Man, there's some bad ones. E.T. cereal. I'll put E.T. cereal there. I'll put G.I. Joe. And then 3POs will go in the end. 3PO. I tell you what. I'm going to put 3POs in the god awful section. I hated it. I bought it one time as a kid. Learned my lesson. I hated it. Didn't even have no good free prizes inside. So, out of the god awful ones, I will put it as the best of the god awfuls. Now, these other three I never had, or I'll never admit that I had, so I will have to, base it on if I would have bought them as a kid. I probably would have bought the Cabbage Patch ones first, then Strawberry Shortcake, and Barbie. Those three right there get you on the bully list, the bully beatdown list without a doubt. So there we go. The best cereal of the 80s for me, pop culture related anyway, would be Pac-Man. You got your right amount of your regular cereal and your marshmallows. Had a lot of marshmallows. Pac-Man, Ghost marshmallows. They found a good combination there. Then great was the Berry Crunch and Ghostbusters. You can see the rest of them right there. Let me know what you liked as a kid when it comes to pop culture type cereal, not just any cereal. I mean, if I did any cereal, Fruit Loops. Now, Fruit Loops won't be at the top. Something like Fruity Pebbles. I love Fruity Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles or Captain Crunch. Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Ooh. Anyway, that's it, guys. I think that's about all we're going to do. I think we got them all ranked, guys. So I want to thank you for watching as always. I want you to thumb up so you like my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again. Really?
Hey, Junkman channel pop.
I got all ready to hit the button to end this, and I hit the wrong button. So let's.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.